2018. We see a crowd cheering as we see Rob steps out onto a stage as he says, Thank you all for coming out tonight. We have a few new songs for you tonight and a bunch of old stuff as well. This song is about the time you spend with your loved ones and the things that you would do to protect them. It's called Limits and Trigger Finger. Now, we open with a bloody chain on the floor as we see Scott laying there dead, as we see Urban and Nancy walk in, as Nancy runs up to her dead son, as she cries and says, Where is she? Urban looks shocked and devastated and says, She got out. I know she did. Nancy says, Find her. Urban says, If it's the last thing I do, I will. We see Urban put his skull mask on as we see they flee with 10 other men to track down and find Jade. We see Jade running through the woods as we see she's been running for a while as she backs up against a tree as she hears people following her. She peeks out to see it's the Skull Hunters as she then knows they're trying to bring her back. And she looks scared because she's escaped from them once before. As she then runs as fast as she can, she then runs for a while as she sees an old stadium in the distance, as she runs in trying to hide. We see Rob, Jade, and the two Wests are standing in the center of the stadium with their weapons out as Jade says, We gotta go. The man says, Where? We got them right here. They're locked in with us, so let's bust some heads in. As they see all the men run towards them with weapons, as we see Rob takes his sword and starts killing one after another, as we see blood spills all over the grass, as the woman fires her nail gun, killing several of them coming at them from behind. She then clears a path and says, This way, come on. They run and lock themselves into the women's changing room. As we see, there are two deadheads inside. As they walk out, as we see the woman has no shirt on, and the other one is a man, and he has no pants on. As Rob says, Well, the world went to shit, yet suddenly people never stop getting freaky, huh? Jade says, Alright guys, what's the plan? Because I am not going back there to be their Sunday dinner. They all look scared as we then hear a huge explosion from outside as we cut to several Skull Hunters getting blown to pieces, as we see a few men up on the top firing a handmade explosive at them, as Urban sees this and the guy next to him blows up right in front of him as he says, Retreat! Retreat! He and 3 other men run as 2 of them get shot with bow and arrows, but Urban and 1 other guy barely get away with their lives. We see the stadium is covered in smoke as we see a man and woman as she's saying, I don't see them, do you? The man says, I saw them running, although I'm not sure where. They search around as Rob, Jade, and the 2 Wests come out into the smoke as we see these 2 are walking through. As we see the 2 Wests, she says, Oh my God. They hug and she says, Thank God we found you. As Rob and Jade see all 4 of them look happy to see each other, as Rob says, Well, thanks for saving our asses. Now, who the hell are you? We see Urban walking through the woods as he's badly hurt. We see the other Skull Hunter says, They have more numbers than we thought, and gathering up all them is going to take a lot more than just us. Urban looks at him and says, No, we're not. We're not telling him. The Skull Hunter looks at him with a look of fear on his face and says, It's time for Ragnar to know about this.